यजामहे सगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयममृतातो.
Namaste. Change, as we all know, is a fact of life. And the question becomes, how are we going to respond to change in such a way that it can even be enjoyable or at least endurable? What happens when change comes to us often is that we will, of course, resist it. And that resistance tends to build up in basically two parts of the body. Speaking on an energetic level, it builds up at the base of our spine in our area of security, because change threatens our security or the nice little order of the world, the way things have been. And it also can affect the heart, because the heart is the center of love, yes, devotion, yes, but also the center of attachment, of not wanting to let go. At Ananda Village, we have a saying about change. It says, what is trying to happen here? Which is when change comes, to try and to open up and say, wait a minute, there's a bigger thing trying to happen in my life. What is it? How can I understand? Getting curious about what is trying to happen here. Getting interested can take us out of the place of attachment, out of the place of worrying about our security, into the place where we can get into the new divine flow of our lives. So change and adapting to it and releasing security issues, releasing attachment, is going to be the focus of this class. Let's come into a sitting position. Rebecca will be assisting in this class. Comfortable cross-legged sitting position. We're going to begin with Chandra Beta Pranayama, a wonderful calming technique, a softening technique. Feel it softening any boundary, any hard edges you have around the whole topic of change in your life. Bring the right hand into Vishnu Mudra, the first two fingers curled to the palm, and we will close off the right nostril as we inhale through the left. We'll hold both nostrils closed, pinching them closed, not hard, just gently, and then open the right nostril and exhale. Very calming breath, very soothing breath. Every inhalation through the left nostril, every exhalation through the right nostril. Let's close the eyes, lift the gaze to the spiritual eye, close the right nostril with the thumb, and let's inhale through the left. Let's do a count of 6. Hold both closed. Open right, exhale. Close right, open left, inhale. Close both. Open right, exhale. Continue on your own. If you'd like to use a longer count, please do. Just keep all 3 phases of the breath equal for now. We'll change that later in this class, but for now, inhalation, hold, exhalation, all the same. Just a few easy breaths here. And feel it bringing softness to the heart, especially to the base of the spine, the first chakra. So what is important chakra? It's the energy of groundedness, of stability, but that stability can turn into getting stuck and being resistant to change when in fact change may need to happen. One more breath. And when you finish the exhalation through the right nostril, relax the hand to your lap and just sit quietly for a moment, eyes still closed, turning up to the spiritual eye. All right, let's open the eyes once again. Let's come on to hands and knees. We're going to do a couple warm-ups. Remember, we have a warm-up sequence, a longer one, online. please take advantage of it. Warm yourself up more thoroughly for these classes. We're going to do alternate arm and leg extensions here, starting with the left arm and the right leg. As you inhale, reach them in opposite directions. As you exhale, forehead toward right knee and right and left fingers reaching behind. Inhale, expand. Exhale, squeeze in. Keep going with your breath. Challenges your balance a little bit, as well as warming up some muscles last time. And back to hands and knees. And let's do the opposite side. Right hand and left leg. Now inhale, reach. So Rebecca and I are your mirror images here. And squeeze in. Open and squeeze in. Several more times. Last one. And back down to hands and knees. Let's now do a little twist from this position. Bring the right hand more beneath your nose and inhale, circle the left arm out to the sides and up, rotating into a twist. Really press the right arm into the floor, lengthening. Feel the left shoulder blade coming back behind you. Right shoulder blade coming forward a bit. Just hold the pose as you breathe easily for a couple more breaths. And let's release the left hand down to where the right hand was. And let's do the opposite side. Inhale, exhale, and sweep up to your right. Keep your breath flowing as you hold the twist. Just allow the spine to lengthen. So feel the tailbone and the crown of the head reaching in opposite directions. Getting space in the spine. The twist can deepen a bit. One more breath. And let's release down. And let's come up into a standing position. Open up the shoulders just a bit more here. It actually will open the shoulders, tends to get into the heart area as well a bit. Fingertips on the shoulders. Simple one, tension in the shoulders. Squeeze, and let's do some shoulder rotation. So we're warming, not just stretching shoulders. More movement, larger movement, and release and reverse direction. Again, squeezing. And relax down. Let's do large circles of the arms with a double breath. Double inhale as you circle up, tense in the arms. Double exhale, relaxing down. Short, long inhale, short, long exhale. One more. And reverse direction. And relax down. Just come into Tadasana, close the eyes and let the body soften now. Ready for our asana practice. Turn the gaze up to the point between the eyebrows. Just be very, very patient. Allow the body to come to full stop. So much of our lives we're running here and there. Just come to stop whenever you can. All right, let's now do eagle pose. Nice balancing pose, which helps to accentuate your awareness of the heart area, but also of the base of the spine. That chakra controls the legs. So let's shift the weight onto the left leg, wrap the right leg around. You can leave the toes on the floor as I'm going to do, or you can lift the right toes off the floor as Rebecca will do. Bring the left arm up in front, bent at the elbow, wrap the right arm underneath the round, palm to palm if possible, back of the hand to back of the hand. So another option, or opposite shoulders. But do unite your arms in one of these ways. Keep the breath flowing, standing knees a little bit bent, but your concentration is in the spine. If there are holding places in the body where you don't need to hold, so much change can be about this. We're holding where we don't need to, where it's not even serving us. Look for that in your body as well. Silently affirm, at the center of life's storms, I stand serene. At the center of life's storms, I stand serene. And let's relax the arms. Inhale, stretch out to the sides, relax the leg, come back to Tadasana. Close the eyes, lift the gaze. Just go inside. Life storms, think of that as change. And you're in the center of all that change, untouched by any of it, but sensitively listening for new directions in your life. The change is showing you. Let's do the other side. Shift the weight to the right leg and wrap the left around. Bring the right arm up in front, left arm underneath and around. Keep the standing knee a little bit bent. Breath flowing easily. Silently affirm, at the center of life's storms, I stand serene. Last breath. And let's release the arms. Inhale, open. Exhaling, relaxing down. Close the eyes, lift the gaze. And let's get into that first chakra area a little bit more with Utkatasana, the chair pose. We'll turn sideways to you here. Rebecca's going to do both phases of the asana. I'll stay in the first phase. For those of you who have some knee issues, stay with me. If you have healthy knees, go ahead and do what Rebecca's going to do. Palms forward, inhaling up on the balls of the feet. Hold the breath and settle into the crouching position. Let the breath resume. Keep the belly relaxed. Let's concentrate at the base of the spine. That chakra is sending energy to the legs. Let it draw your attention to that area of the spine. Keep the tailbone relaxed. Silently affirm, my body is no burden. It's light as air. Now, if it works for your knees, go ahead and relax down into the second phase of the asana. If you need to bring one hand to the floor for balance, please do. So keep affirming, my body is no burden. It's light as air. Relax your hands to your sides. Let's inhale. Sweep up. Stretch tall. Exhaling. Relax arms back down to Tadasana. Let the body soften. Close the eyes. Lift the gaze. Feel the rise of energy. And when you have energy from the base of the spine rising up, you can know that you're releasing any, or at least some, tendency to get stuck in life, to resist change. Upward moving energy, any place in the spine, but especially from the base of the spine. Very, very helpful. We'll do Padahastasana now, the standing forward bend. Okay? Let's bring the body nice and tall here, inhaling, circling arms up, stretching tall. Exhaling, hinging at the hips, coming forward, hands onto thighs. Let's spend a couple breaths here with straight spine, back of the neck long, pressing hands into thighs. Breathing smoothly. And on your next exhalation, release down. Just let the hands slide down the legs. Let the spine relax. You can bring the hands to the backs of the calves or the backs of the ankles. If you like, you can circle the first two fingers of each hand around the big toes if it's not a strain. Wherever your hands are, don't pull. Relax. Let go. Silently affirm, nothing on earth can hold me. Nothing can hold you back. Nothing can make you resist the divine flow. Nothing on earth can hold me. One more breath. See if you can relax a little bit more, crown toward the floor. And then let's soften the knees. Inhaling, circling arms out to the sides and up. Stretch tall. Exhaling to Tadasana once again. Let the body soften. Gaze turn upward behind closed eyelids. Nothing on earth can hold me. All right, now we'll do Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1 pose. Stepping the left foot forward and the right foot back. Big separation between the legs. Come into a deep lunging position, either with the sole of the right foot entirely on the floor or the heel pointing back. Rebecca's doing the sole on the floor. I'll have my right foot heel pointing back. Left knee over left ankle. So make sure you come into a nice deep lunge, knee over ankle. And let's inhaling, sweep the arms forward and up. Lift the chest also. Bring the backward bend of this asana all the way up into the chest, but not dropping your weight back. Feel rather that it's just the heart lifting that's bringing your weight, bringing the bend into the chest. So rise up to embrace whatever God is bringing to your life. Silently affirm, I attune my will to the source of all power. And let's straighten the legs. Step forward as you reach up. Exhaling, relax arms down. Again, close the eyes, go inside. Let's do the other side. Step the left foot way back this time. Bending right knee into deep lunge. Keep the back of the left leg lifting throughout the asana. Very strong. Inhaling, sweeping forward, lifting the heart, rising. It's almost feel like there's something behind your heart that's nudging the heart to open upward. You spread open across the fronts of the shoulders. No resistance, just completely wanting to cooperate with whatever the divine flow is bringing you to in your life. Silently affirm, I attune my will to the source of all power. And let's inhale, rising, stepping forward as you reach up. Exhale, relaxing arms down. Back to Tadasana, close the eyes, lift the gaze. Everything rising up, any tendency to resist the inevitable. Let's come down into a sitting position now. You can sit on a cushion if you like. We're going to do Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. This is a wonderful asana for getting into the lowest portion of the spine. We bring the soles of the feet together. And you can have the hands on the ankles. You can have the hands on the toes. Focus on releasing the knees toward the floor, opening up through the hip joints. Nice tall spine here. Next inhalation, really lengthen even taller. Exhale, begin to come forward with a straight spine. Back of the neck is long. Just Hold here for a couple breaths. Not that you're staying in one place, but hold the straight spine. And you may be able to release a little bit more forward if you can. Excellent. Now with the next exhalation, let the upper body soften. Just down to wherever it's going to go today. Feel what you're really doing is just softening away from any tendency to hold to the way things have been. Maybe they've been great, but there may be something better waiting for you. You can just let go. Let go of insecurity. Mentally affirm, secure in myself, I accept whatever is. Secure in myself, I accept whatever is. Now let's slowly begin to come upright once again, all the way back to the initial position. Let's just pause here for a moment. Nice long spine once again, belly open, chest open. And we'll do Supta Baddha Konasana, supine bound angle pose. You can bring the hands behind you. If you're on a cushion, you want to take that cushion out from underneath you now and lower yourself down all the way to the floor, onto the backs of the shoulders. You can either leave your hands on the floor, or if you'd like to, just place the hands on the inner knees and just add the gentle weight of your hands to gravity to open up the hips a little bit more. Again, silently affirming, secure in myself, I accept whatever is. Just a few more breaths. See if you can release the knees a little bit more, perhaps thinking of reaching from the inner hip joints out through the inner thighs to the inner knees. Just getting the knees to open, the hips to release. Securing myself, I accept whatever is. Now let's bring the hands to the outsides of the knees and draw the knees back together. Bring them back together, squeeze them into the torso for a moment. Wrap your arms around them. And then roll along the length of your spine, forward and back. And let's come up to sitting position for Upavista Konasana, seated angle pose. Spread the feet wide, nice and wide. Sitting up tall at the spine, belly open, even the lowest portion of the abdomen open. Don't hesitate to sit on a cushion if they need that to tip your pelvis forward a bit. Let's inhale, reach tall. Exhaling, coming forward, hands to floor with a straight spine for a few breaths here. The back of the neck stays long as you reach forward. If you need a little help keeping the spine straight, you may want to bring the hands beside your hips in fists and press the fists into the floor to lengthen your spine. And then keep that length as you bring the hands out in front once again. Next exhalation, go ahead and walk the hands further forward as far as comfortable, allowing the body to come down to the floor. If you can come forehead to the floor like Rebecca is doing, please do. If not, just come to where you can relax. So give yourself the support that you need to be able to relax in this asana. Relax into openness. It's the open position of the legs, inviting life in. Takes you beyond just accepting whatever is, but welcoming it. Mentally affirm, I welcome every opportunity for further growth. I welcome every opportunity for further growth. Suppose it's excellent to stay in for an extended period of time. We won't do that, but if you can be comfortable in it, it's a beautiful opening. Also makes it easier to sit for meditation, by the way. Let's walk the hands back in now. Coming back to upright position. And bring the feet back in and come into a comfortable cross-legged sitting pose. Very easy, upright, open. Just enjoy the openness in the hips, the whole openness in the lower portion of the spine. And next we're going to do an asana that can actually begin to take hold of that energy in the lower portion of the spine and lift it up the spine toward the brain. Cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Come on to the front side of the body. Hands beside the chest. Forehead to the floor. And pressing the fronts of the legs and the pelvis into the floor. Let's inhale and lift the head, the shoulders, the upper back. Keep lifting, using the back muscles, rising, rising. You can use the hands a bit, push, but keep the spinal muscles engaged. This is what will actively draw the lower spinal energies up the spine. Lift your gaze, but whether with eyes closed or eyes open, concentrate at the point between the eyebrows and just will energy to flow from the lower portion of the spine up through the heart, taking with it the heart's energy, any tendency for attachment, bring it all to the point between the eyebrows. Mentally affirm, I rise joyfully to meet each new opportunity. That's what change is, an opportunity. I rise joyfully to meet each new opportunity. All right, let's slowly relax back down to the floor. Turn your head to one side, let the body soften for a moment. And then press back into child pose. Let's let the back side of the torso release. Now we're going to do inversion to help that released energy to flow to the brain. Get it out of the lower reaches of the spine, get it even flowing upward through the heart. Just taking with it any of that stuck quality that attachment brings to you. Just bring it all into the light at the point between the eyebrows. Rebecca's going to do Halasana, the plow pose. She's going to place a blanket on the floor to protect her cervical spine. She'll lie on her back on that blanket, shoulders on, head off. If you've not done Halasana, please don't make this your first time. To go online for our instructional video, so you'll do the asana safely. And today, you can do downward facing dog along with me. But first, we'll take Rebecca into a plow pose. Let's lift the legs and bring them back overhead, toes to the floor. You can walk the toes away from you so the spine becomes more and more upright. Interlace fingers and roll the tops onto the tops of the shoulders even more. Rise up through the tailbone. The whole spine lengthening. If you're doing downward facing dog with me, come on to hands and knees with hands just in front of the shoulders a bit. Turn the toes under and inhale. Exhale, press back and up into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Keep the knees bent if that's what's needed to keep your spine straight. Feel the inverted position of the body, allowing the life force, encouraging the life force to pour to the brain. It's clearing away any stuck energies, any resistance to life. Mentally affirm, new life, new consciousness, now flood my brain. New life, new consciousness, now flood my brain. And if you're in downward facing dog, relax down into child pose. If you're in Halasana, slowly unwind under control, bringing the legs all the way back to the floor. Just pause for a moment. In Savasana, let the body gradually readapt to the upright position, which we'll be in again in just a moment. All right, you can take the blanket out from underneath you. If you're using a blanket, we'll do a complementary opening of the throat area. Now, Matsyasana, the fish pose. Just lie on your back. Palms on the floor, hands underneath the buttocks, elbows in close at your sides. And then pressing elbows and sit bones into the floor, rise up, arching the body up, very light pressure just in the back corner of the head, not the crown, back corner of the head, legs active, lengthening through the legs, pressing down through sit bones and elbows. Just keep the breath moving through you easily, freely. Silently affirm, my soul floats on waves of cosmic light. Is that the kind of thought that comes to you when you're resisting change? No. That's what comes to you when you're flowing with change. My soul floats on waves of cosmic light. It's the waves of divine will, of divine purpose for you. Just a couple last breaths here. And let's release down into Savasana, corpse pose. Close the eyes, lift the gaze to the point between the eyebrows, and focus on relaxation away from resistance. You know, there may be a part of your past that really wants to resist change. Feel that you're relaxing away from that past, relaxing away from any tendencies that it may have instilled in you. It's time to let them go. And just with several long, smooth breaths here, focus on exhaling them away. No resistance, no resentment, no attachment. Into that interested state. What is trying to happen here? What is God's plan? Let's bring the knees up once again now and wrap arms around them, squeeze them in, roll left and right across the spine a few times. Over onto one side. Let's pause for a moment before you come upright. And come upright into a comfortable cross-legged sitting position or on a chair for a meditation portion of our class. We're going to do a couple of techniques in this portion of the class. We're going to do a pranayama practice. We did Chandra Beta earlier. That was Chandra Beta 1. We're going to do Chandra Beta 2 now. And then we're going to do a very powerful affirmation after that. So Chandra Beta 2, the breathing pattern is the same as for 1. We'll inhale through the left with the right nostril closed. We'll hold both closed. We'll exhale through the right. But while we're holding the breath, we will drop the chin into Jalandhara Bandha, the chin lock. Very, very calming, quieting for the mind. Add that to the calming practice of Chandra Beta, and together they form a beautiful technique for bringing us into a state of peace. So let's close the right nostril with the thumb. Let's inhale through the left. Let's do a count of 6. Hold, close both nostrils, 6. Open right nostril, exhale, 6. Close right, inhale left. This time we'll add the bandha. Hold, chin to chest. Lift the chin, exhale right. So eyes closed, focus to the point between the eyebrows. Inhale left. Hold Jalandhara Bandha, but now begin to hold the breath as long as your breath wants to be held. Hopefully well beyond those 6 counts. And when you need to exhale, lift the chin back up, exhale through the right nostril. Just continue on your own, inhaling left every breath. And then holding, dropping chin to chest and just enjoying that cessation. Cessation of the breath, cessation of movement, into stillness. Just bringing the chin up when you need to and exhaling. Very beautiful practice. Just a few more rounds. Try this technique when you're having difficulty with change in your life as a way to soften into that change. If it's happening anyway, might as well go with it. And after your next exhalation through the right nostril, you can relax the hand down to your lap. Just sit quietly, eyes closed, gazing toward the point between the eyebrows. I'll do an affirmation now from Nayaswami Gyandev book, Affirmations for Self-Healing. I'll say it once all the way through, and then we can do it responsively a few times. Each time, growing quieter and quieter and quieter, but with more and more and more energy. It takes energy to really implant the affirmation deepest inside of you. So here's the affirmation. I accept with calm impartiality whatever comes my way. Free in my heart, I am not conditioned by any outward circumstance. So repeat it after me with a lot of energy. I accept with calm impartiality whatever comes my way. Free in my heart, I am not conditioned by any outward circumstance. With even more energy, I accept with calm impartiality whatever comes my way. Free in my heart, I am not conditioned by any outward circumstance. And more quietly, with more energy, I accept with calm impartiality whatever comes my way. Free in my heart, I am not conditioned by any outward circumstance. Now a whisper with still more energy. I accept with calm impartiality whatever comes my way. Free in my heart, I am not conditioned by any outward circumstance. Now silently along with me with even more energy, I accept with calm impartiality whatever comes my way. Free in my heart, I am not conditioned by any outward circumstance. I accept with calm impartiality whatever comes my way. Free in my heart, I am not conditioned by any outward circumstance. Free in my heart, I am not conditioned by any outward circumstance. Just sit in that freedom. Enjoy it. Relish it. prepare the mind to come back to an outward state of awareness again. And as you're ready, slowly open the eyes. Change is going to come in our lives, no matter what we want or no matter what we do. It's really just a question of how we're going to receive it. Let it be an adventure. Paramahansa Yogananda said that most people don't grow spiritually because they lack a sense of spiritual adventuresomeness. Let change be your spiritual adventure. Joy to you.